Welcome back to my channel. Today we explore the value of specific coins, the most valuable wheat penny coins value in market. First up, the 1952 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coin without mint mark is a familiar and widely collected coin from the later years of the Wheat Penny series. This coin was produced during the post-World War II era, a time of economic growth and everyday circulation of copper cents across the United States. The example discussed here is described as being in dirty condition with some scratches, meaning it shows heavy circulation, surface discoloration, and signs of long-term handling, but it still remains a genuine and collectible piece of American coinage history. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 and continued until 1958. It was designed by Victor David Brenner and introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln. The obverse of the 1952 penny features Lincoln's right-facing portrait. The motto, "In God We Trust," appears along the top rim. Liberty is placed to the left of the portrait, and the date 1952 is shown to the right. Even on well-worn examples, these main design elements are usually still readable. The reverse of the coin displays two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto E pluribus unum above. This classic wheat ears design is one of the most iconic in U.S. coinage. On coins that have seen long circulation, the wheat lines may be soft and worn, but the overall design remains easy to recognize. This reverse design was used for nearly 50 years, making wheat pennies a favorite among beginners and advanced collectors alike. Because this coin does not show a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1952, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents, making the 1952 no mint mark penny a common date coin. Due to its high mintage, rarity is not a factor in its value. Instead, condition, eye appeal, and originality play the most important roles in determining market price. The 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This copper composition gives the coin its traditional brown or reddish tone. Over time, dirt, grime, oils from hands, and environmental exposure can cause the coin to darken or develop uneven coloration. A dirty condition often includes dark spots, dull surfaces, and loss of original luster. While cleaning a coin might seem tempting, collectors generally advise against cleaning, as it can permanently damage the surface and reduce value. This coin is described as being in dirty condition with some scratches. Scratches are very common on circulated coins and typically occur from contact with other coins, hard surfaces, or storage in bulk containers. While scratches and dirt reduce eye appeal, they do not make the coin worthless. As long as the coin is not bent, holed, or severely damaged, it still holds collectible and market value. In today's market, a 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark in dirty circulated condition usually has a value ranging from 10 cents to about $30. Coins with heavy discoloration, multiple scratches, or uneven wear tend to sell at the lower end of this range. Examples that still show clear details and readable lettering may reach the higher end. Because this is a common coin, most buyers focus on condition rather than date rarity. Better condition examples of the 1952 wheat penny can be worth more. Coins in very fine condition may sell for 50 cents to around $1, while uncirculated examples can range from $5 to $20 or more, depending on color and surface quality. Coins with original red or red-brown color are especially desirable. Rare mint errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can significantly increase value, but such pieces are uncommon and require professional authentication. Even though the 1952 wheat penny is not rare, it represents an important period in American history. It was used in daily transactions during a time of national rebuilding and economic expansion. Every mark, scratch, and stain on the coin tells a story of its long journey through circulation. First up, the 1918 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is a classic early 20th century American coin that carries strong historical importance. Minted during the final year of World War I, this penny circulated at a time when the United States was deeply involved in global events and major social and economic changes were taking place at home. The coin being discussed today is in dirty condition, with some scratches, clearly showing that it spent many years in circulation and everyday use. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln and continued until 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the 1918 penny features a right-facing portrait of Lincoln. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," appear along the top edge, Liberty is located to the left of Lincoln's portrait, and the date 1918 is displayed on the right. In dirty condition, the portrait shows noticeable wear, and the surfaces may be covered with dark toning, dirt, or residue built up over decades. Despite this, Lincoln's outline and the main lettering remain visible, allowing the coin to be clearly identified. The reverse side displays the iconic wheat ears design, with two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America and E pluribus unum across the top. This design represents America's agricultural strength and was used for nearly 50 years. On a dirty and well-circulated coin, the wheat ears are often worn smooth in places, and the inner lines may be faint. Scratches and surface marks are common, especially on coins that circulated heavily during the early 1900s, but the overall design usually remains recognizable. Because this penny does not have a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1918, the Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, making this a common date coin. However, due to its age, many examples have been lost, damaged, or heavily worn, which still gives the coin historical appeal for collectors. Early wheat pennies like this one are often collected not for rarity, but for their connection to important moments in U.S. history. The 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Over more than a century, copper coins naturally oxidize and darken, often turning brown or dark brown. Coins described as dirty condition may show uneven coloration, dark stains, or embedded grime from long-term handling and storage. While cleaning a coin is generally not recommended by collectors, the natural dirt and toning help tell the story of the coin's long life in circulation. A coin in dirty condition usually shows heavy wear, along with surface buildup and scratches. The scratches on this penny likely came from contact with other coins, metal surfaces, or storage in jars and dags over many decades. Although scratches and dirt reduce the coin's visual appeal, they do not eliminate its collectible value, especially considering the coin's age. Many collectors of early wheat pennies accept lower-grade examples as affordable ways to own historic coins. In today's market, a 1918 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, in dirty condition, generally has a value ranging from 20 cents to 50 cents. Coins that are very dark, heavily scratched, or have environmental damage may sell closer to the lower end of this range. Examples that are dirty but still have clear details and readable lettering can sell toward the higher end. The exact value depends on overall appearance, remaining detail, and current demand. Beyond its monetary value, the 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a meaningful historical artifact. It circulated during wartime America, when everyday items like coins played a vital role in daily life. Each scratch, worn edge, and dirty surface reflects decades of use and countless transactions, making the coin a tangible link to the past. Next up, the 1924 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coin without mint mark is an interesting and historically rich piece of early United States coinage. This coin was minted during the early 1920s, a period of social change and economic adjustment following World War I. Coins from this era are appreciated by collectors not only for their age, but also for the stories they carry through decades of circulation. The example discussed here is described as being in good condition with a black color shade and some scratches, which is common for a coin that has been in use for nearly a century. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic wheat ears design, with two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above this is the motto E pluribus unum. This design symbolizes America's agricultural foundation and was used on Lincoln cents from 1909 until 1958. On a coin in good condition, the wheat stalks are visible but lack sharp line definition, and the fields may appear smooth from long circulation. Because this coin does not have a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1924, the Philadelphia Mint produced a large number of Lincoln cents, making the 1924 no mint mark penny a common date coin. While it is not considered rare, it is still an important part of any wheat penny collection and is frequently sought by collectors working on complete date sets. The 1924 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This copper content gives the coin its original reddish tone, but over time, exposure to air, moisture, dirt, and handling can cause the surface to darken. The black color shade mentioned in this example is a form of heavy toning or oxidation, which is very common on older copper coins. While some collectors prefer brighter coins, natural dark toning does not necessarily harm value as long as the coin has not been harshly cleaned or damaged. This coin is described as being in good condition with some scratches. In numismatic grading, a good condition coin shows heavy wear, but the overall design remains clear and complete. Scratches usually result from decades of contact with other coins, storage in bulk containers, or everyday handling. These marks reduce eye appeal, but are expected on circulated coins of this age, and do not make the coin unusual or uncollectible. In today's market, a 1924 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in good circulated condition, with dark toning and some scratches, typically has a value ranging from 30 cents to about 80 cents. Coins with very dark or uneven surfaces and heavier scratches usually sell toward the lower end of this range. Examples with even wear, readable details, and stable toning may reach the higher end. Because this is a common date coin, condition and eye appeal are the main factors affecting value. Higher grade examples of the 1924 wheat penny are worth significantly more. Coins in very fine condition may sell for $2 to $4, while uncirculated examples can range from $15 to $40 or more, depending on color and surface quality. Coins that retain original red or red-brown color are especially desirable to collectors. Rare mint errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can greatly increase value, but such errors are uncommon and must be professionally verified. Even though this coin is not rare, it represents a meaningful piece of American history. It circulated during a time when the United States was transitioning into a modern industrial economy. Every scratch, worn surface, and darkened area reflects years of real use in everyday life, making the coin more than just a piece of metal.
Next up, the 1952 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny with D mint mark is a classic coin from the early 1950s and represents the later years of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. Minted during a time of economic growth and stability in the United States, this coin circulated widely in everyday commerce. The coin being discussed today is in dirty condition with some scratches, which clearly shows that it spent many years in circulation and regular use. The D mint mark below the date indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1952, the Denver Mint produced a large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, making the 1952 D a common date issue. While it is not rare, it remains an important coin for collectors working on complete Lincoln Wheat Penny sets, especially those focusing on the later years of the series. The 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Over time, copper coins naturally oxidize, resulting in brown or dark brown toning.
Coins described as dirty condition often show uneven coloration, dark spots, or surface buildup caused by long-term handling and environmental exposure. Although cleaning a coin may seem tempting, collectors generally avoid cleaning because it can reduce the coin's value. A coin in dirty condition usually shows moderate to heavy wear along with surface grime and scratches. The scratches on this penny likely came from years of circulation, contact with other coins, and storage in non-protective environments. While these flaws reduce eye appeal, they are common for circulated wheat pennies and do not remove the coin's basic collectible value. In today's market, a 1952 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark in dirty condition generally has a value ranging from 10 cents to 25 cents. Coins with heavier dirt, darker toning, or more noticeable scratches often sell closer to the lower end of this range, while examples that are dirty but still have readable details and smoother surfaces may reach the higher end. The exact value depends on overall appearance, remaining detail, and current demand. For comparison, a 1952 D wheat penny in fine condition may be worth around $0.30 to $0.60, while very fine examples can range from $0.75 to $1.50. Extra fine coins may reach $2 to $4, and uncirculated examples with original red color can sell for $10 to $30 or more, depending on eye appeal. Rare errors, such as double dies or repunched mint marks, can be worth significantly more, but these require professional authentication. Beyond its monetary value, the 1952 D Lincoln Wheat Penny holds historical significance as part of everyday American life in the early 1950s. It passed through countless hands during a time of post-war optimism and growth. Every scratch and worn surface reflects decades of daily transactions, making the coin a tangible reminder of the past. In summary, the 1952 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark in dirty condition with some scratches is a common but historically meaningful coin. Its realistic value in today's market typically falls between 10 cents and 25 cents, depending on condition and eye appeal. While it is not a high-value collectible, it remains an important piece of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series and a solid addition for collectors interested in U.S. coin history.
Next up, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coin with an S mint mark is a meaningful and historically important coin from the post-World War II era. This coin was produced at a time when the United States was transitioning from wartime production back to civilian life. Coins from this period circulated heavily, making circulated examples very common today. The coin discussed here is described as being in fine condition with some scratches, which indicates moderate wear from circulation while still retaining clear and recognizable design details. The S mint mark located below the date indicates that this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. In 1946, the San Francisco Mint produced a moderate number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies compared to the Philadelphia and Denver mints. While the 1946 S is not considered rare, it is slightly more desirable than the no mint mark Philadelphia issue due to lower mintage numbers. This makes it a popular coin for collectors building complete wheat penny sets by date and mint mark. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This copper composition gives the coin its original reddish-brown color, although most circulated examples today appear brown due to oxidation and long-term handling. Over time, copper coins naturally darken as they react with air, moisture, and oils from human touch. This aging process is normal and expected for coins that have circulated for many decades. This coin is described as being in fine condition with some scratches. In numismatic grading, a fine condition coin shows moderate wear across the design, but all major details remain intact. Scratches are common on circulated coins and usually occur from contact with other coins, pockets, or storage in bulk containers.
While scratches reduce eye appeal, they are considered normal for coins of this age and do not make the coin uncollectible unless the damage is severe. In today's market, a 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny with an S mint mark in fine condition generally has a value ranging from 30 cents to about 80 cents. Coins with heavier scratches, darker toning, or uneven wear usually sell toward the lower end of this range. Examples with balanced wear, readable details, and decent eye appeal may reach the higher end. Because this is a common date coin, condition and overall appearance play a larger role in determining value than rarity. Higher grade examples of the 1946 S Wheat Penny are worth more. Coins in very fine condition may sell for $1 to $2, while extra fine examples can reach $2 to $4. Uncirculated coins with original red or red-brown color can sell for $10 to $30 or more, depending on surface quality and eye appeal. Rare mint errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks can significantly increase value, but these are uncommon and require professional verification. Even though this coin is not rare, it represents an important period in American history. It circulated during the early years of post-war recovery and economic expansion. Each worn edge, scratch, and softened detail reflects real use in everyday life, connecting the coin to the people who carried and spent it decades ago.
Next up, the 1944 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is one of the most historically interesting coins of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. Minted during the final year of World War II, this penny circulated at a time when the United States was deeply involved in global conflict, and everyday life was shaped by wartime production, rationing, and sacrifice. The coin being discussed today is in very fine condition with some scratches, showing clear circulation history while still preserving strong design details. Because this penny does not have a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1944, the Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, making this a common date coin. However, its wartime context and copper composition give it added interest among collectors. Unlike the steel cents of 1943, the 1944 penny returned to a copper-based composition, although much of the copper used came from recycled wartime materials, such as spent ammunition shells. This unique background adds an extra layer of historical significance to the coin. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny is composed of approximately 95% copper and 5% tin in zinc, giving it the traditional reddish-brown color associated with wheat pennies. Over time, copper coins naturally tone and darken, often developing brown or red-brown shades. A coin in very fine condition may still show attractive natural color with even toning. The presence of light scratches is common and usually results from decades of handling and storage. Very fine condition indicates that the coin has seen moderate circulation but still retains most of its original detail. Lincoln's portrait remains well defined, and the wheat ears on the reverse are strong and complete. Scratches at this grade are usually light to moderate and do not overpower the design. Coins with balanced wear, readable lettering, and attractive color are especially appealing to collectors. In today's market, a 1944 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in very fine condition generally has a value ranging from 40 cents to 90 cents. Coins with smoother surfaces, fewer scratches, and attractive color may sell toward the higher end of this range, while examples with heavier marks or darker toning may sell closer to the lower end. While this coin is not rare, it remains popular because of its wartime history and copper content. For comparison, a 1944 wheat penny in fine condition may be worth around 20 cents to 40 cents, while extra fine examples can range from $1 to $2. Uncirculated coins can sell for $5 to $15 or more, especially if they retain original red color. Rare errors such as doubled dies or off-metal strikes can be worth significantly more, though these are uncommon and require professional authentication.
Beyond its monetary value, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny carries deep historical meaning. It passed through countless hands during one of the most important periods in modern history. Every scratch and worn edge tells a story of daily transactions during wartime America. Making this coin more than just a collectible, it is a tangible piece of history.
Next up, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coin with D mint mark is a well-known and widely collected coin from the final years of the Wheat Penny series. This coin was minted during the 1950s, a decade marked by economic growth and heavy coin circulation across the United States. The example discussed here is described as being in very fine condition with some scratches, meaning it shows moderate circulation wear but still retains strong overall detail in clear design elements. The D mint mark, located below the date, indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1956, the Denver Mint produced a very large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, making the 1956 D a common date issue. Because of its high mintage, the coin is not considered rare, but it remains popular with collectors who seek complete date and mint mark sets of wheat pennies. The 1956 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This copper content gives the coin its original reddish or reddish-brown color. Over time, most circulated examples develop brown toning due to oxidation and handling. The color of the coin plays an important role in determining value, with red examples being the most desirable, followed by red-brown and brown. Most circulated coins, including this one, fall into the brown category. This example is described as being in very fine condition with some scratches. In numismatic grading terms, very fine coins show light to moderate wear, but all major and many minor details remain visible. The scratches mentioned are typically light surface marks caused by normal circulation and handling over many years. While scratches slightly reduce eye appeal, they are common on circulated coins and do not significantly affect value unless they are deep or distracting. In today's market, a 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny with D mint mark in very fine circulated condition generally has a value ranging from 30 cents to about 70 cents. Coins with attractive color, even wear, and minimal scratches tend to sell toward the higher end of this range. Examples with heavier marks or darker toning usually sell closer to the lower end. Because this is a common date coin, condition and appearance are the primary factors influencing its price. Higher grade examples of the 1956 D wheat penny command higher values. Coins in extra fine condition may sell for $100 to $200, while uncirculated examples can range from $500 to $1,000 or more, depending on color designation and surface quality. Coins with full original red color are especially desirable to collectors. Rare mint errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, can dramatically increase value, but such examples are uncommon and must be authenticated by professionals. Even though the 1956 D wheat penny is not rare, it represents the closing years of an iconic American coin series. These coins circulated widely and were used in everyday transactions, making them an important part of mid-20th century American life. Each mark and sign of wear reflects decades of real use and history. In summary, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coin with D mint mark in very fine circulated condition with some scratches is a classic and collectible copper coin. Its realistic value in today's market typically falls between 30 and 70 cents, with higher prices possible for better condition or error examples. While it may not be a high-value coin, it remains a respected and meaningful piece of United States numismatic history. Next up, the 1940 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is a classic and widely collected U.S. coin that represents America just before the country entered World War II. Minted during a period of recovery following the Great Depression, this penny circulated at a time when daily life was slowly improving and the nation was preparing for major global changes.
The coin being discussed today is in extra fine condition with some scratches, meaning it shows light circulation wear while still retaining strong and appealing design details. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth and continued until 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the 1940 penny features a right-facing portrait of Lincoln. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," are clearly visible along the top edge. Liberty appears to the left of Lincoln's portrait, and the date 1940 is shown on the right. In extra fine condition, Lincoln's facial features, hairlines, and coat details remain sharp, with only light wear visible on the highest points, such as the cheek and jawline. The small scratches on this coin are typical signs of handling and circulation over time, and do not significantly affect the overall eye appeal. The reverse side displays the iconic wheat ears design that defines the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. Two wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum across the top. This design symbolizes America's agricultural strength and self-reliance. In extra fine condition, the wheat ears show strong inner lines and well-defined edges. Even though some scratches are present, the reverse remains crisp and easy to read, which adds to the coin's collectible appeal. Because this penny does not carry a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1940, the Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, making this a common date coin. While it is not rare, it is an important piece for collectors building complete date sets of Lincoln Wheat Pennies. Extra fine examples are especially popular because they offer a nice balance between affordability and strong visual detail. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it the traditional copper color associated with wheat pennies. Over time, copper naturally tones, often turning brown or red-brown. Extra fine coins may still retain traces of original red color, which can enhance eye appeal and slightly increase value. The overall color, combined with light scratches and even wear, plays an important role in determining market price. Extra fine condition means the coin has experienced limited circulation. Lincoln's portrait remains bold and well-defined, and the wheat ears on the reverse are sharp with clear inner detail. Scratches at this grade are usually light and shallow, caused by contact with other coins or storage over many decades. As long as the scratches are not deep or distracting, they typically have only a minor effect on the coin's value. In today's market, a 1940 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in extra fine condition generally has a value ranging from $3 to $6. Coins with smoother surfaces, fewer scratches, and attractive natural color may sell toward the higher end of this range. Examples with darker toning or more noticeable surface marks may fall closer to the lower end. Although this coin is common, it remains consistently collectible and in steady demand. For comparison, a 1940 wheat penny in fine condition may be worth around 75 cents to $1.50, while very fine examples often range from $1.50 to $3. Uncirculated examples can command significantly higher prices, often ranging from $10 to $40 or more, especially if they retain original red color. Rare mint errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can be worth much more, but these require professional authentication. Beyond its monetary value, the 1940 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny holds meaningful historical significance. It circulated during a turning point in American history, just before the nation entered World War II. Each scratch and worn edge reflects decades of everyday transactions, making the coin a tangible connection to life in pre-war America.
Next up, the 1935 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coin without mint mark is a classic example of early United States copper coinage from the mid-1930s. This coin was minted during the Great Depression era, a time when everyday coinage played an important role in daily life.
The example discussed here is described as being in extra fine condition with some scratches, meaning it shows light circulation wear while still preserving strong detail and overall visual appeal. Because this coin does not carry a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1935, the Philadelphia Mint produced a large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, making the 1935 no mint mark issue a common date coin. While it is not rare, it remains highly collectible and is an essential coin for collectors building complete wheat penny date sets. The 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This copper composition gives the coin its original reddish-brown appearance. Over time, most circulated examples develop brown toning due to oxidation and handling. Coins are often categorized by color as red, red-brown, or brown, and this color designation can affect market value. Many extra-fine examples display attractive, natural toning. This coin is described as being in extra-fine condition with some scratches. In numismatic grading terms, extra-fine coins show light wear limited to the highest points of the design. Scratches are usually light surface marks caused by contact with other coins during circulation or storage. While scratches slightly reduce eye appeal, they are common on circulated coins and generally do not greatly impact value unless they are deep or visually distracting. In today's market, a 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in extra-fine circulated condition typically has a value ranging from $1 to about $2.50. Coins with pleasing color, even wear, and minimal surface marks often sell toward the higher end of this range. Examples with darker toning or more noticeable scratches may sell closer to the lower end. Because this is a common date coin, condition and appearance are the main drivers of value. Higher grade examples of the 1935 Wheat Penny command stronger prices. Coins in uncirculated condition can range from $10 to $35 or more, depending on color designation and surface quality. Coins with full, original red color are especially desirable and often bring premium prices. Rare mint errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors, can significantly increase value, but such coins are uncommon and must be professionally authenticated. Even though the 1935 Wheat Penny is not rare, it holds important historical significance. It circulated during one of the most challenging economic periods in American history and was used daily by people across the country. Each sign of wear and each small scratch tells part of the story of its long journey through commerce. In summary, the 1935 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coin without a mint mark in extra fine condition with some scratches is a desirable and collectible copper coin. Its realistic value in today's market generally falls between $1 and $2.50, with higher prices possible for uncirculated or error examples. While it may not be a high-dollar rarity, it remains a respected and meaningful piece of U.S. numismatic history.
Next up, the 1950 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is a familiar and historically interesting U.S. coin from the early post-World War II era. Minted during a period of economic growth and social change in the United States, this penny circulated widely in everyday commerce and was used by millions of Americans in their daily transactions. The coin being discussed today is in good condition with some scratches, clearly showing signs of circulation while still preserving its basic design. Because this penny does not have a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1950, the Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, making this a common date issue. While it is not rare, it is an important coin for collectors working to complete year sets or full runs of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. Many collectors enjoy these later-date wheat pennies because they are affordable and readily available. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Over time, copper coins naturally oxidize and develop brown or dark brown tones.
Coins in good condition often show uneven toning and surface marks due to extended circulation. The natural color and overall surface quality play a role in determining the coin's market value, along with the level of wear and the presence of scratches. A coin graded as good condition shows heavy wear across most of the surface. On this penny, the finer details of Lincoln's hair and coat are worn smooth, and the wheat ears on the reverse lack sharp inner lines. However, the main design elements remain intact and readable. Scratches are very common at this grade and usually result from contact with other coins, hard surfaces, or long-term storage without protection. In today's market, a 1950 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in good condition generally has a value ranging from 10 cents to 25 cents. Coins with smoother surfaces, even wear, and more attractive natural toning may sell toward the higher end of this range, while examples with heavier scratches or darker, uneven color may fall closer to the lower end. Although this coin is not valuable in terms of high dollar amounts, it remains collectible and widely traded among wheat penny collectors. For comparison, a 1950 wheat penny in fine condition may be worth around 30 cents to 60 cents, while very fine examples often range from 75 cents to $1.50. Extra fine coins may reach $2 to $4, and uncirculated examples with original red color can sell for $10 to $30 or more, depending on eye appeal. Rare mint errors such as double dies or off-center strikes can be worth significantly more, though they are uncommon and require professional authentication. Beyond its monetary value, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny holds historical significance as part of everyday American life during a period of post-war prosperity. It passed through countless hands in stores, homes, and businesses, serving as a small but essential part of daily commerce. Every scratch and worn surface tells a story of its journey through time. In summary, the 1950 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, in good condition with some scratches, is a common but historically meaningful coin. Its realistic value in today's market typically falls between 10 cents and 25 cents, depending on wear, color, and overall appearance. While it is not rare or highly valuable, it remains an important piece of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series and a solid addition to any collection.